Mental health is a life sentence without parole. Too many of us carry invisible wounds, trauma, loss, shame, and silence. I created the Crawl, Walk, Run podcast to break that silence, to give a voice to the voiceless. This is not just a show. It is a platform, a place where authors, veterans, first responders, survivors, and everyday people can share their truth without fear of judgment. We crawl through the darkness. We walk toward healing, and we run into purpose. Together, we will build this community. This podcast is about resilience, about stories that matter, and about reminding the world that your voice could save someone's life. I'm your host, Steve-O, and this is Crawl, Walk, Run.
Hi, I'm Steve-O. This is Crawl, Walk, Run podcast, Season 3, Episode 17. And this is the SITREP, Lessons Learned of Military Sexual Trauma. So, I did have to take notes on this. So if it looks like I'm reading from a prompter or something, I have my tablet here. So I couldn't memorize all this, but I just want to let you all know, thank you for all the likes, shares, and follows. If you want to be on the show, reach out. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on YouTube. Some people have my phone number and call me. So everything that you are about to hear are all my opinions and some of the things, the pros and cons that I got from comments. And I'm not going to do this for every show, but there was a lot of backlash on episode 16 on why I streamed it. I'll just tell you, I'm no longer friends with Robert. Shouldn't disclose that, but I'm just going to tell you that there are certain things said in the veterans community, and I feel when, like me, I have post-traumatic stress disorder and other disabilities that I don't want to disclose. But I just want to tell you that I go above and beyond for my guests. And I'm just going to tell you, when you shit on me, I don't want nothing to do with you. So in my life, I've learned to live without toxicity and drama. And it has helped my mental health 100%. And I think you all know where I'm going with that. So I'd like to welcome you to the Crawl, Walk, Run podcast. And we're going to do situation report and lessons learned. And then I have what a SITREP is for civilian people that have no clue what the hell's going on. So all of this is based on military and corporate leadership and stories that you hear. Okay. So I just want to let you all know that it has taken me a while. This will stream Wednesday this week on the 13th. Yeah, so just bear with me. I'm trying to make this as presentable as possible. So before we begin, some people may not understand what the term SITREP or lessons learned is. So in the military, a SITREP or situation report or after action review is used after mission, operation, or major event. Supervisors and teams sit down together to discuss what happened, what went right, what went wrong, and what can be learned moving forward. The purpose is not blame. It is growth, accountability, communication, and improvement. On the corporate side of the house, these are often called debriefs, reviews, leadership discussions, or lessons learned. The concept remains the same. Strong organizations improve when leaders communicate openly, listen to their people, and learn from real experiences. Sometimes the hardest conversations are most necessary of the conversation. That is the purpose of a SITREP. So, a situation report is situation, information, truth, and report. And I added reality, execution, and purpose because you can always add to leadership and you can always add to after actions review. I feel it makes you a better leader. And being a senior from the military and what I'm doing today, I just feel that what I'm about to put out needs to be put out. So, and then I will disclose in the middle of my show, I have a special guest coming up. I will not play his video, but I will show you who he is and talk about him and his journey and what he's doing today. And then I will close out with lessons learned and the promotion of the Broken Mirror book that I've written that has saved 3 people's lives so far. So I'm sorry if I sound like I'm reading from a freaking tablet, and I hate to read. I didn't want to put this on a video because this is real shit right here that I've been working on through the weekend. And nobody wrote this shit. I did run it through ChatGPT to make it more, readable because I don't write books no more. So this shouldn't take long. I'm not here to bore you. I'm not trying to be here 20 minutes. So give me your undivided attention. And this is based on military sexual trauma with Lilith and Robert, who both had the courage to come out on episode 15 and 16. And if you think I'm pointing the finger, I'm not the judge or the jury. I let my audience decide everything. And this SITREP and lessons learned is not calling anyone out. It's things that I've learned and things that going forward, especially a disclaimer and vetting individuals that come on a podcast. And last but not least, when the podcast is recorded, you volunteer the information. If you told the truth, you told the truth. If you lied, I'm still streaming it. All right? Because if you have the courage to come on and lie, I think the world needs to see you lie. If you have the courage to come on to tell the truth, then be the advocate. Situation. People are questioning how soldiers get put out of the military or their branches and still end up with 100% for MST, or I should say their disability. Now, when you get put out of the military doesn't care about you. So it's up to you when you get out to file your claims, or you go for a med proceeding board or something like that. And not everybody gets 100% when they get out. Okay. So, and it's also up to the CMP evaluator to make the decision. Somebody might go to the CMP evaluator at another state and they give them immediately 100% for military sexual trauma, domestic violence, or whatever that chapter was. It's the trauma that you endured. Another state might just give you 50%. And then that individual has to fight or go to court or get congressionals and do whatever they need to get 100% permanent and total. Information. The military branches separate based on what they can prove. Facts based on the type of chapter or proceedings. A positive urinalysis could be one, and that's enough. And the paperwork has to be true and to the point. Truths. The VA doesn't care why you got out. They care what happened while you were in. They base everything off of trauma while you served and the credible documentation, report, and reality. I added the word reality because the civilian people don't understand what the hell report is. Both can exist. You can be discharged for several reasons or removed from your civilian job and still carry trauma from that release or from service. Execution. I don't investigate. I don't play judge. I don't play jury. I give the people the voice for the voiceless. Purpose. This is to educate, to bring awareness, and to speak for the ones who stay in silence. If this bothers you or pisses you off, good. That means you are finally paying attention. So we're going to go to commercial break here. Give me your undivided attention here for a minute. Sorry, I'm not prepared. I should be prepared, but I'm not. You get out of the military and no one tells you how to write a resume. You are handed a DD Form 214, your certificate of service, and suddenly you're on your own. I am William A. Stevens, Jr., a retired United States Army Field Artillery Sergeant First Class, and I know exactly what it feels like. I am also a 3-time award-winning author and an Eric Hoffer Book Award winner in 2025 for The Broken Mirror. In this book, I tell it raw, unfiltered, the truth about survival, the trauma, the bonds, and the breaks along the way, especially the bond with my own daughter. If you are leaving the uniform life, feeling lost and disconnected, unsure of who you are, here's how it is. You are not failing. It takes time. You are not alone. The Broken Mirror is more than my story. It is a guide, a hand to hold, a way to face the silence, step back into purpose, and find your voice again. And don't be left in the silence. But I'll tell you, the grass is not greener on the other side. So, in the next week or so, I will be having Marine Corps veteran, country music star, Scotty Frazier on my podcast. He found me. He believes in my message. He has watched my podcast. His public affairs reached out to me. I am now personal friends with him. I would love to go see him on his Never Surrender tour that is currently in Texas right now. I don't know if he's going to go around the country, but in the coming weeks, once he gets out of the studio, he is going to sit down with me, and we are not going to talk a lot about his military service. We're going to talk about his military transition and what he's doing. What he did, he took his trauma and turned it into this amazing sound. He didn't even know how to play guitar. He picked up a guitar, and now he's killing it. So shout out to Sergeant Records for reaching out to me, his public affairs team. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for letting me share the pictures. Some people get really deterred about that, but it's now out of the bag. The cat has come out. Scotty Frazier, military veteran, Marine Corps veteran, very famous country music star, coming to talk on my podcast. Remember, it's not entertainment purposes. His music is for awareness, and you can hear it in his music. So let's get to lessons learned, and then I will conclude my show with my season 3 video, and then where you can follow me at. So let's go here. So the lessons learned that I wanted to put out, because a lot of people don't understand, and I think sometimes we have to decompress, take a break, recock, and come out fighting. So different lessons, couple numbered lessons. Lesson 1, systems don't talk to each other. The United States military branches remove individuals based on proof. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs rates based on impact. 2 different battles. If you have a question or a comment, you can reach out in the comments. Lesson 2, paperwork doesn't tell the whole story. A discharge is a line on paper. Trauma isn't. And lesson 3, there are always multiple sides to a story. What you hear is one person's perspective. That doesn't make it false, but it also doesn't make it complete. The truth will eventually surface. Lesson 4. Truth is layered. If something doesn't line up perfectly, that doesn't mean it's a lie. It means there's more underneath. Lesson 5. Silence changes the timeline, not the impact. 5 years. Quiet doesn't erase anything. It just delays when it's heard. Thank you for coming out and speaking about military sexual trauma. Lesson 6. Don't confuse discomfort with deception. Just because it doesn't sit right with you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Lesson 7. My platform isn't a courtroom. I don't investigate. I don't issue verdicts, and I only give people the voice. Lesson 8. If this made you think, then I did exactly what I was supposed to do. In closure for Situation Report, or SITREP, this SITREP and lessons learned are based on personal accounts and lived experience shared on my platform, or on this platform. They do not represent official findings, investigations, or positions of the United States military or Department of Veterans Affairs. No claims made here are intended to accuse, defame, or assign legal fault or any individual, unit, or organization or company. The platform exists for awareness, conversation, and giving a voice, not for judgment or adjudication. Viewers' discretion is advised. Respect the process, respect the people, Be the voice of the voiceless. End of report. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming on today. I am Storytime with Steve-O. Like I said, I didn't want to take up too much of y'all's time. So hopefully I get this video right, because I'm going to be pissed if not. So I'll see you on the high road. I'm Storytime with Steve-O. This is Season 3, Episode 17, Situation Report and Lessons Learned. Have a nice day.
We were trained to endure, to adapt, to overcome, but nobody prepared us for what comes after the uniform comes off. This season, we're pulling the curtain back on the system veterans are forced to survive, not just serve. From suicides happening at VA hospitals, to mental health care that falls short, to growing fears about disability compensation ratings and cost cutting. We're asking the questions no one wants answered. Why are veterans still fighting for care? Who's really being protected? And who's being left behind? And what happens when silence costs lives? This isn't politics. This isn't opinions. This is lived experience. Season 3 of Crawl, Walk, Run, where we stop whispering, start questioning, and refuse to stay silent.
Crawl, Walk, Run has been brought to you by Storytime with Steve-O. And speaking for the once in silence, we are the voice of the unheard. If you have a story, please reach out. Till next time.